do like this. In the last class we discussed already. When you run this program, okay, when you run this program, it's give the proper output. And that no doubt. It's give the proper, okay.
Yes, sir.
You cannot remove the methods from the payment class because at comparison time it checks in the payment class. At runtime it will check in the respective object class. At least we should write some dummy methods. Is that clear now? Dummy method in the sense without any message. At least you should write some dummy methods. But writing dummy methods is not good programming practice. It's not good programming practice because some memory wastage, not only two methods, think like there are 10 methods. So that instead of writing the dummy methods here, just ending with semicolon. Is that clear now? Ending with semicolon. Okay, compiler least bother about body. Compiler will figure out, will focus on only the signature. But look at now, Java does not allow any method with a semicolon. Java allows only the method definition. Am I clear now? This I'm calling it's called declaration. What is this? Declaration. Okay, Java does not allow the declaration directly. So that what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it like a method is called abstract. Now this is not a normal method. It's not a normal method. Look at now, it is an abstract method. Even the pay bill is also abstract. Pay bill is also abstract method. Keep in mind this. You guys are with me? Now, pay bill and get receipt. Those are not normal methods. Those are now abstract methods. Okay, abstract methods means okay a method which is not having body. There is no open brace close brace. Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next. Okay, whenever a class is having at least one abstract method, then we should mark the class itself is an abstract. Class itself is an abstract. Now look at now, the payment is not a normal class. What is the payment class? Payment is an abstract class. Abstract class. Why the payment become abstract class? Because it contains an abstract method. Whenever a class contains at least one abstract method, then we should mark the class itself is an abstract. Okay. Now the second one is abstract method will not contain any body. It is ending with semicolon. That's it. Okay. That's it. Look at now. Coming to the payment demo. Is it showing any error? No, it's not showing any error because okay, compiler least bother about the definitions. Compiler will focus on only signatures. Whether the signatures are available in the payment class or not. Yes, it's available. Just enter. Is it working? Come on, guys. You are with me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Am I audible? What I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now tell me. Abstract method. What is the abstract method? Can you tell me? A method which is not having. Tell me, guys. Body.
Body.
Yes or no? A method which is not having body is called abstract method. What is an abstract class? Abstract class. Okay. If a method contain, if a class is having, if a class contains at least one abstract method, one abstract method, okay, then the class then called abstract class. Yes or no? Then we can make it like an abstract class. Okay, but keep in mind, okay, now for abstract class, keep in mind is for abstract class we can create reference but not object. That's the beauty. We can create reference not object. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Abstract class we can create reference but not object. Abstract class, okay, can have all abstract methods, all concrete methods, concrete in the sense normal methods, concrete methods, or both. Is that clear now? Okay,
Yes, sir.
simple abstract class concept. Now look at now. I'm going to take some examples. New class a demo 1. Right? There is the class A. Is that clear now? There is a class A. Now here I'm going to write void m1. Okay, here I'm going to write abstract void m2. Can I say it's an abstract method now? Yes or no? M2 is an abstract method or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, abstract method. Now still it's showing the error. Can you guess why?
There is no abstract in the class A.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
because if a class contains at least one abstract method, then the class itself is an abstract. So the class A is an abstract class. Okay, that are the things you need to understand. Now, class B, which extends class A. Okay, immediately class B is showing the error. Why? What is the reason? Because, okay, suppose if there is no abstract method, it is not showing the error. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And what I want to say is, if it is not abstract method, if it is a normal method, okay, in the class B, if you want to override, override. If you don't want to override, don't override. It's not compulsory. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You follow now? Okay, if it is not, if it is a concrete method, if it is not abstract method, if you want to override in the subclass, override. If you don't want to override in the subclass, don't override. Don't override. But coming to the abstract methods, let's now. This is an abstract method. 1 minute. Are you able to see? It's an abstract method. Whenever it's an abstract method, okay, we need to override that method in the subclass. It's compulsory. Whenever a class is extending the abstract class, okay, the class must override abstract class, abstract methods. Is it clear now? Overriding M1 is optional. It's an optional. But I'm overriding, but it's an optional. Overriding is optional. You guys are with me? Why it's an optional? It is not abstract. Here overriding is uh, compulsory. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Anybody having any questions on this? Come on, guys. If you're having any questions, you can ask me now.
No, sir.
You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
100 Intel. Okay. AM1, right? BM1, 600 Intel, BM2, right? Now look at now. Abstract class. Can I say this is an abstract class? Fast pace. Can I say this is a concrete class? Non-abstract class are concrete classes. Concrete class. Okay. What about this M1 method? Can I say it's a concrete method? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. It's a concrete method.
Concrete method. Then what about this? Can I say it's an abstract method?
Abstract method.
Raghu,
Yes, sir.
Murali?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is the case. Okay. Now I want to create an object for the A. Can I create? I want to create an object for the reference for the A. Can I create the reference? Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir. It's a reference.
I create an object for the A?
No.
No. Look at now it's showing the error. I'm repeating once again. We can create the reference for the abstract class, but we cannot create an object for the abstract class. But object must be always B. That only we want, right? That only we want. What we want reference for the A class. We want object for the B class in order to implement polymorphism. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
After comparison time, where it will check? In which class?
Okay.
Comparison time in which class it will check?
Okay. A class A.
Class A.
Class A.
At runtime, where it will check?
Class B.
Class B. Yes or no?
B.
Ah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Dot M2. At comparison time, where it will check? Class A. Okay, no problem. It is satisfied with the signature. That's it. At runtime, where it will check? Class B. Is that clear now?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes or no? Look at now. BM1, BM2. Now, I want to execute AM1 also. How to execute? I want to execute AM1 also. How to
By creating this reference
creating
reference to class name.
persona? What, Raghu? How to call a class method M1? How to call a class M1 method, guys? Okay, in the M1, I told you, right, super dot. Can I call it the super dot M1?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, no.
Yes, sir.
Calling super class M1 method. That's it. Okay. Now look at now. Right click. Run as job application. Is it coming or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm making this. I'm creating one class. Class A, which is an abstract. Okay. In abstract class, I can write all abstract methods. Yes or no? In the previous
Yes, sir.
episode, already have seen that. In
Yes, sir.
abstract class, I can write all abstract methods. Is it valid?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And okay, we can write abstract method and we can write concrete method. Is it valid?
Yes, sir. It's valid.
Okay. And we can write all concrete methods also in abstract class. It is also valid. It is also valid. Then
Valid.
what is the advantage of that? Can you guess me? Without abstract method, why we are making is abstract class? Can you guess? Fast.
We're creating less number of objects.
Ah, to control the creating of object. Excellent, excellent. You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
You should think about these things, guys. Okay, we cannot create an object for that. That we can control, right? Now, because now when you try to create an object for the A, it will give the error. To control that, okay, we are creating the reference. Sorry, we are making the abstract class. Understood, guys? Murali, Raghu,
Yes, sir.
that's the only one thing we are going to use. Murali, you are with me? Murali, Raghu. Yeah. Okay. Now look at. Okay, Murali. Right. Again, I'm going to take the payment class. Now tell me, payment class having how many abstract methods? Payment class having how many abstract methods again? Fast, fast.
Two abstract methods.
Payment is having two abstract methods or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The payment is having how many abstract methods? Two abstract methods. Okay. Now in these two abstract methods, the payment. Okay. Are we creating the payment object here, or we are creating the payment references? Are we creating payment object here, or we are creating payment references? What we are creating?
Payment references.
Payment references. Already told you, square bracket. It's a payment references. How can you believe
Yes, sir.
that? Because payment is a superclass. Payment is an abstract class. For abstract
Abstract
class, we
class.
cannot create an object. We cannot create an object.
Object.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Keep in mind that. Okay. Next, come into this place. Payment is having how many abstract methods?
Two abstract
Two
methods.
abstract methods. Whenever a class is having all abstract methods, better don't declare that as an abstract class. Okay. Declare that as an interface. What is that?
Interface.
Interface. What is an interface? It's a fully abstracted class. It's a fully abstracted class. Okay, whenever a class is having all abstract methods, better go for interface concept. Not only that, there's a powerful advantage is there that I'll explain to you in the advanced concepts. Here try to learn what is what. Even abstract class also I will use in the future. Polymorphism I will use in the future. Okay, interface also. But here try to learn that how to implement interface. Okay, now, guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what is interface? Interface. Interface contains what methods?
Only abstract methods.
Only abstract methods. Whenever it contains only abstract method, even no need to write the substract keyword also.
Yes, sir.
Even no need
Yes,
to
sir.
write substract keyword. By default, it is an abstract. By default, it is an abstract method. Now tell me, payment is a class or interface?
It's an interface.
It's an interface. Okay, I'm saying that ways of, okay, in the previous example, we discussed about class to class inheritance. What will be also? Extends. Now, interface to class inheritance. You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
How to use implements.
Yes, sir.
Which keyword you have to use?
Implement.
Implements.
Keyword. Look at now. Cash. Reverse payment. Just write implements. Go to the check. Just write here implements. Go to the credit card. Just write here implements. Go to the debit card. Just write here implements. You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm saving this program. Now, in the cash, it's showing the error in pay bill and get receipt because the default scope in the interface is public. Even you do not write, by default it is a public. But default scope in the class is default. You understand now? I'm repeating once again. Default scope in the interface is public. Default scope in the class is default. Now tell me why it's showing the error. Already you know this concept. Overriding principle. I told you. Come on guys, come on, think. I told you yesterday access specifiers. You remember?
Yes, sir.
Private,
More restrict.
protected, public. What happened? I'm repeating once again. In the interface, can I say it's super one? Can I say it's super thing?
I didn't get you, sir.
I'm talking about in the in the interface. What is default scope?
Public.
Public.
Public. Okay. What is default scope in the class?
Default.
Default.
Default. Now tell me why it is showing the error. I'm showing the error. I'm showing the message also. Why it is showing the error?
Because the visibility is
In the last class already.
less compared to.
In the last class.
Sir, default is having less visibility and public is having more visibility.
In the last class when we discussed about overriding, hey, you're not noting down these
Yes, sir.
points. Please make a note on this. Don't listen the class simply. Tell me. Okay. When the super class thing, when the super thing is in the public scope, something also must be in the public scope or not.
Yes, sir.
Come on, guys.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
It should be in
No
public.
error now. We discussed these all things. Now look at now, no error. What I'm trying to say is, whenever you are trying to override the interface method, the method must be under public scope. Tell me, what is default scope in the interface?
Public.
Public. What is default scope in the interface class?
Default.
Default. Perfect. No changes in the main method. I'm not doing any changes. Same like abstract class. Same like abstract class. Okay. Same like abstract class. Interface also we cannot create an object. We can create only references. Is that clear now?
Yes,
Interface.
sir.
What is an interface? Fully abstracted class. Abstracted class. But in the latest version of Java 8 version, little bit different. Interface little bit different. It's a fully abstracted class. In our case, it contains all abstract methods. Okay. Default scope is what?
Public.
Default scope
Public.
public. So whenever whenever we are trying to override, otherwise so that implemented methods must be under scope, must be under public scope. Anyone is having any questions on this?
No, sir.
Okay, whenever we have fully abstracted class, same story, we can create reference for the interface. Can I create an object? Can I create an object?
No, sir.
But we cannot create an object. Please try to understand this statement, guys. This is about interface concept. If you
Okay,
have
sir.
any questions, you can ask me now.
No, sir.
How to implement
Interface.
tell me how to implement inheritance between class to class by using which keyword?
Extends.
Implement.
Extends. Interface to class.
Implements.
Implements. Interface to class is implements. Okay, class to class is extends. Is that it now?
Extends.
Right. Okay, I'm creating an interface I1. Here now, I'm creating an interface called I1. Void M1 method. I'm providing the body. Why it is showing the error? Why it is
The
showing the
scope is default.
not scope here. We are giving the body here.
There is no.
Yeah, we given the body,
Yeah,
flower
yes, sir.
braces. Flower brace.
Ajay, scope in the interface is public, not default. Don't get confused.
Yes, sir.
Observe this. What I written now? Void M1. Void M1 means the sense we are giving the body. You should not give the body. I already told you it should ending with semicolon. Why? It's an abstract method.
Semicolon. Yes, sir.
Understood now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now there is a class A. Okay. Now he want to implement an interface. Implements I1 interface. Now it's showing the error. Why it is showing the error? Fast guys. Why it is showing the error? Huh? Whenever a class is implementing an interface, it has to implement all the abstract methods, guys. Why silent? You're understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Look at now, it has to implement, right? It has to implement. I already told you. Whenever a class is implementing an interface, it has to override which method? M1. Still it's showing the error. Why?
Body.
Body,
Body because of body.
body I given na.
Yes, sir.
In class we can write body, ma. You are understanding the concept first of all.
Yes, sir.
Interface
Little
contains
bit.
what? Interface contains what? Method declaration.
Abstract methods.
Abstract methods. Abstract method means what? Only ending with semicolon, no declarations. Is it clear now? Now,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
a class contains what? A method with a body. Whenever we are trying to
Yes, sir.
implement, we need to provide the body. I provide the body. If you write a semicolon, there's an error. I provide the body. Still it's showing the error. Can you guess why? Already I told you. I'm not asking any of you.
Because it's
Yeah.
because
Public.
it's public.
Scope should be public.
That we need to tell. Here my conclusion here is whenever a class is implementing an interface method, it has to be under public scope. Yes or no?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next. Try to understand this. Now, can I create a reference for the I1?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can I create an object for the I1?
No.
No. We cannot create an object for the I1 interface. Can I create an object for the A?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you call the method at compilation time, where it will check?
At I1.
I1. At runtime, it will check
Class A.
class A. That's it. That's it. Hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. Next.
Yes, sir.
Then I'm going to create one variable is called x variable. Int x is semicolon. Showing the error because by default it is a final variable, constant variable, final. I'll come to the final later. Okay. Now x equal to, if you declare any variable in the interface, we need to initialize there itself. Is that clear now? We need to initialize.
Yes, sir. There itself.
Why? Because it's a public scope. By default will come static keyword will come, final keyword will come, int equal to 670. It becomes like this. Final means it is static constant variable. It's a constant variable. Once you store some value, we cannot modify that. Is with me? That we can access
Yes, sir.
here because of the public scope. We can access here now. Okay, if you try to modify this, look at now. I'm trying to modify that value. It's showing the error because it's a constant variable. We cannot modify. Okay, the interface variables must be initialized at the time of declaration itself. These three keywords will come by default. For the method, public keyword will come by default. Yes or no?
Fine. Okay, sir.
Okay, not final, not final. Abstract. Abstract keyword will come by default. Void M1. It looks like. Ajay,
Yes, sir.
somebody is speaking around you. Yeah, you guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, uh, interface.
Sir.
Some sounds are coming from your interface. Interface I1. It's having void M1 method. You guys are with me? Interface I2. Having void M2 method. It's having void M2 method. Okay. Now, look at now. Suppose instead of interfaces, what I'll do, I'm taking the class A. You guys are with me? I'm taking class B.
Yes.
And there's a class C. Class C wants to extend class A and B. Is it possible?
I think it's possible.
Can you say A and B? No, it's not possible. Okay, it's a wrong statement because a class can extend only one class at a time. Okay, class B is extending class A and class C is extending class B. Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
This already we have seen that. But apart from this, in this case, a class C is extending how many classes at a time?
2 classes.
Two classes. Okay, a class can extend only one class at a time. Keep in mind this. Keep in mind stars. Put the stars and write. Okay, a class. Hey, these all things make a note on this guy. Take a pen and paper and try to make a note on these all the points. These all things will be helpful to you when there's an interview. A class can extend only
Only
class.
one class at a time.
Please try to understand this. Okay. Now coming to the interfaces. How many interfaces are there? Two interfaces. Okay. Class A can implement more than one interface at a time. It's possible. It's possible. But whenever it's implementing more than one interface, now tell me how many methods he has to how many methods he has to override now?
2 methods.
Two methods. Excellent. Public void M1 he has to override. At the same time, public
M2.
M2 also he has to override. Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Two methods he has to override. M1 he has to override. M2 also he has to override. If you are having any questions, you can ask me now. You are with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now standard order pin I can say AM1. Standard pin I can say AM2. Okay. Now main method. Right now, can I create a reference for the I1? Last
Yes,
week.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I create an object for the
Using class A.
now can I call now it's an obj1. Its reference is obj1. Dot m1. Can I call m1?
Yes, sir.
At compilation time, where it will check?
At
I1,
I1
I1,
reference.
I1. At runtime,
In
class
class A.
A.
obj1 dot m2. Will it work?
At compilation, I1 and runtime M2 method.
But in I1, do we have any m2 method?
No, sir.
Come on, guys. Do we have any
No,
m2?
sir. We don't have any.
So that's,
No, sir. We don't have any.
are you able to see it showing the error?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Through I1 reference, I can call M1 but not M2. Why? I1 is not having M2. You guys are with me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now I'm creating the reference for the I2 now. Object is A. Is it possible? First of all?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can I call obj2.m1? Can I call M1?
No.
No.
Yes.
Hey, we cannot call. Why you are saying the yes? M2, I2 is not having the M1.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
obj2.m2. What I'm
Okay.
trying to say is through I1 reference, I can call only M1. Through I2 reference, I can call only M2 because I1 is having only one method, I2 is having only one method. Any questions on this case? Anyone?
No, sir.
No, sir.
This is about interface concepts. Try to understand that. Okay. I'll take one more example. Right click. Interface 3. Yeah. Okay. Now interface I1, interface I2. Try to understand this now. Okay. Now how the class and class will be extended? How we are implementing inheritance between class to class inheritance. How we are implementing?
By
Extends.
using
Extends.
extends keyword.
Keyword class to class. Which keyword?
Extends. Extends.
Extends.
Keyword. Okay. Interface to class.
Implements.
Implements keyword. Implements. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Implements keyword. Interface to. The thing is like interface to interface also. Again extends keyword. Interface to interface. Look at this. Similar category. Class to class. Interface to interface. Which keyword we have to use?
Extends.
Extends. But now we can do this one also. Not only. I1 is having how many methods now?
One method.
One method.
One method.
I2 is having how many methods?
Two methods.
Two methods. 1 plus 1. Inheritance concept. If a class A is implementing I1 interface, how many methods we need to override now?
Just one.
Just one. If I override if I implement over M2, how many methods we need to override now?
Two methods.
Two methods.
You guys are following what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
My immediate next question, one more question. Okay, I1 is having one more time. I1 is having how many methods?
One
Only
method.
one.
One method. I2 is having how many methods?
Two methods.
Two methods. Please try to understand. Okay, now coming to this place. I'm creating the reference for the I1. obj1 equal to new I1. A. Tell me, how many methods I can call? Can I call M1? Fast guys.
Yes, sir. You can call
Yes,
only
sir.
M1.
Can I call M2?
No, sir.
No, because I1 is not having the M2. Look at now next game. obj2 dot equal to new A. Now tell me, can I call M1 now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Can I call M2 also?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what you understood the previous example and this example differences. In the previous example, interface to interface, no relationship. In this example, interface to interface, we are having the relationship. Clear, right? Through I1
Yes,
reference.
sir.
Okay, I1 is having only one method, so that I1 through I1 reference, I can call only M1 method. I2 is having two methods. So through I2 reference, I can call both the methods. If you have any questions, you can ask me now.
No, sir.
Can I create an object for the abstract class?
No, sir.
No.
No. Can I create an object for the interface?
No.
No,
No.
sir.
Okay, we can create only references.
Reference.
In abstract class, can I write all abstract methods?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can I write both the concrete method and abstract methods?
Yes,
No.
sir.
An abstract class. We can write.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Yes, sir.
Why no?
We can write.
We can write. Can I write only concrete method in the abstract class?
Yes, sir.
Yes. But in interface, can I write? Okay, in interface. Can I write both?
No, sir.
No. Can I write only abstract methods? Interface.
Yes, sir. Only abstract.
Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the default scope in the class?
Default.
Default. Interface.
Public.
Public.
Public. Guys, a lot of noise is coming from your end, guys. Murali and Ajay. Murali, some door sound is coming.
Yes, sir.
Ajay,
I
from
will.
somebody speaking around you.
Yes, sir. Same.
You should be in a
Yes, sir. Some door noise.
you should be in a place where you will not get any disturb and where I will not get any disturb. Because
Yes, sir.
we are going to use the headphones. You people are not using the headphones, I hope. Please try to use.
No, sir. We are using headphones.
But when you are using the headphones, your ears will ears will burn, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are using headphones so that okay, ears. What happens? చెవులు నొప్పేస్తుంది అలాగా సౌండ్ చాలా వచ్చేస్తుంది. Yes, with me? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Please be in a position. Please be in a place where you will not get any disturbance. Tell me. Now, next one is called final. We can create a final variables. You remember static? What is use of
Yes, sir.
what is use of static variable? What is use of static variable? Hey, I shared the videos also. You are asking videos. I shared the videos also. You are not looking into that, and you are not noting down the points. What is use of static variable? Static variables will be created only once, even if we create 100 objects, right? It's only one copy.
Yes, sir.
You remember interest rate variable in student class, college name, in employee class, organization name. It's only one copy or multiple copies?
Only one copy.
One copy.
Only one copy. Static variables will be created only one time. When the class is loaded, we are calling it for class level variables. It's not part of the object. What are static methods? Static method. I told you. Raghu, Murali, what are the static methods, guys?
Yes, sir.
ఇలా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయకపోతే కష్టం మీకు కాన్సెప్ట్స్ వెళ్ళిపోతూనే ఉంటాయి. How you will practice? And you people told that okay, you are having already some knowledge in Java. You should speak out, guys. Static methods.
Yeah.
Static methods we can call with respect to our class name, na.
Yes, sir.
Static methods we can call only with static methods we can call with respect to class name or object name.
Class name.
The preferable thing is class name. Okay, non-static methods can be called with respect to object. Static methods can be called with respect to class name.
Class name.
Static methods also called as what? Static methods also called as what? Class level methods. Okay, static variables, static classes, static blocks. Static variables, static methods, that not classes, static
Okay.
variables, static classes, sorry. Static variables, static methods, and static blocks will be loaded only once whenever the class is loaded. Okay, if you forget like this, you will face a lot of problems in the advanced programming. That's up to you. Final variables, final methods, and final class. Try to understand this. Basic final keyword. You guys are with me? Constant. demo 1. Class A. Look at now, guys. I'm declaring one variable int x equal to 100. I'm declaring one variable final int y equal to 200. You guys are with me? Void print.
Yes, sir.
When I say print method, I'm trying to print both. Instead of println, I'm trying to display x. I'm trying to display y. Can I work fast? Will it work or not? I'm creating an object for the A and I'm calling the print method. Will it work or not, guys? Why dilemma?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir, it worked.
Speak out then. 100, 200. Okay. Now I'm trying to modify the x value. Any problem?
No,
No.
sir.
Right click, run as stop application. Working or not?
1002.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But I'm trying to modify the y value also.
Error.
We will see now.
Then 200 value.
Because final variables we cannot modify. Once you store, it's fixed.
Yes, sir.
That is about final variables. You cannot modify. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Recommended approach is final variables always will be in the capital letters. Better standards, naming standards. To differentiate that whether it is tell me whether it is final variables or non-final variables. Better write always final variables in the capital letters. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about pi? Pi in mathematics?
Yes, sir.
Pi is a
Constant.
pi is a constant variable. It's a constant or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
It is a constant and it is the math class. It is constant and it is static. If it is static, can I call with the class name?
Yes, sir.
Look at now first one E, second one is Pi. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
First one is E. It is a constant variable. Capital letter or small letter?
Capital.
Capital letter. The second one is pi. It's a capital letter. Okay, it's a constant variable. Are you following, guys?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying it is a constant variable. How can you say that it's a constant variable? Tell me. How can you say it's a constant variable? By looking
If
at
it is
that, we should say whether it is a constant variable or not. Fast. It's a final variable. How can you say it's a final variable?
by using the capital letter.
Please speak out, guys. By looking at the capital letters, you can say it's a final variable. Please try to understand.
Okay, sir.
I'm saying that it's a static variable. How can you say it's a static variable? Murali,
Sir.
how can you say it is a static variable? Final variable is by looking at the capital letters. How can you say it is a static variable?
Same, sir. Same. By using.
What saying here? Math dot square root. It is what? It is static method. How can you say it is static method? SQRT is a static method. How can you say?
Because it is defined by system.
What defined by system? If it is defined by system, it is a predefined method, not static method. Calling with the class name. We are calling with the class name, right? What is the math?
Yes, sir. Math is a class. Yes, sir.
Math is a class, right? What Murali?
Yes, sir.
I told you, right? Already told you when we discussed about static things. I told you the documentation also to you, right? What is the class?
Yes, sir.
Math is a class or not?
Class math. Yes, sir.
Class. Okay. Abstract is a final static method or not? Tell me. How can you say square root is a static method?
Calling
Because it
with
is
class
called
name.
by class name dot square root.
Class name is enough. Okay. Class name is enough. We can say by using class name. Now tell me. How can you say pi is a static variable now?
Because it is called by using class name.
That's only why you are stopping the answers. It's called with class name, right? Mind it.
Yes, sir.
If you are calling with the class names, means it is static.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, how can you say pi is a constant variable, final variable?
Because of the capital letters, sir.
Because of the capital letters. Raghu, you should speak. No problem. Even if you do wrong. Thread dot min priority. Tell me, what is the min priority? What kind of variable it is?
Then it's a final variable
How can you make the final variable?
because of the capital letter.
Because of the capital letters. I'm saying it is a static. How can you say it is static?
It is called by using class name thread.
It's called by class name. Thread is a class.
Yes, sir.
Murali, Raghu,
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
please try to focus on this, guys. If you are not focusing on this, there's a lot of problem. I'm repeating once again, guys. You will face a lot of issues, okay, when you are discussing about advanced concepts. You're forgetting everything. That's not good. You're forgetting everything. You should not forget, guys. If you forget about like this, I will stop the classes. You should repeat. I'm not asking any new questions. I'm asking only the questions whatever we discussed. Or anything is
Yes, sir.
new. Tell me, what you understood about final variables? We discuss about final variables. Fast, fast. Wait.
For,
The value of final is fixed and it cannot be
it is
changed.
It cannot be changed. Okay.
Okay.
Next.
it is
And it is
represented
used
by
by
capital letter.
It must it declared by capital letters. Is that clear now?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Class A is having one word M1 method. Class B is having one word M2 method. Class B is extending class A. Can I override M1?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can I override M1 or not? Any
Yes,
restriction?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. We can override that. Can I override M2?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Any questions on this? Whenever
No, sir.
it is extending another class, it can override any method in that. Class A doesn't want to allow to override M2 method. Then make it like a final.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now the M2 method in the class A is a final method. Whenever it is a final method, are you able to see when you are
It can't.
doing the error?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We cannot override. Why we cannot override?
It is declared final.
Final.
It's a final method.
We cannot override.
Final method.
Is that
Yes, sir.
we cannot override
Yes, sir.
methods. If anyone is having any questions, you can ask me now. Simple concepts. But you need to understand these all things. Clear,
Yes,
right?
sir.
We cannot override final methods. Can I write final methods under abstract? Okay, there is one more method is called void M3. It is an abstract method. Is that clear now? The class is also
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay, now I want to can I write for abstract method? Can I write final keyword?
Yes, sir.
Think and tell me, don't say blindly.
No, no, sir.
No, sir.
Why no, Morley? Why no?
Be- because we need to use the same method in the class B because it is.
Excellent. Abstract is saying that please override me. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Abstract is saying
Got it.
that please override me. But finally saying that please don't override me. Okay, quite
Yes, sir.
opposite keywords, right?
Yes, sir.
Both are opposite keywords. Abstract is saying that please override me. Concrete is saying that okay, sorry. Finally saying that don't override me. What I want to say is we cannot use two keywords for the same method. This is about final methods. Now tell me, what you understood about final methods?
It is represented by capital
Capital
letter
letters.
and it cannot be overridden.
I'm asking about what I'm asking, what you are saying, Murali. I'm asking about final methods.
Final methods we are not supposed to override.
Only thing is we should not override. What the final variable is saying that?
Uh, it should be represented with capital letter.
Okay.
and we cannot change the value of it.
Then look at now. There is a class A, there is a class B. Can I extend in the class B? Can I extend class A?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Come on, guys. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But I don't want to allow to inherit it. I don't want to allow it to inherit it. Then make it like a final.
Finally, okay.
If you mark the class itself with a final, then we cannot inherit it.
Okay, sir.
It's not possible. Simple. You're having some classes. You don't want to allow anyone to inherit it. Then make it a final. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Full conclusion here, guys. Final variables. Huh. Single word. We cannot.
All right.
Hey, variables here.
Inherit. Inherit.
We cannot change.
Change the
Get the values.
Final methods. We cannot
Override.
Overlay.
override.
override.
Excellent. Final class. Same story.
It cannot be extended.
That's it. That's it.
It cannot be inherited. Yeah.
Simple words. Clear? Anyone is having any questions?
Sir. No, sir.
If anyone is having any questions, you can ask me now, guys. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Next. Have you heard about error? What do you understood about error?
Uh, if something is wrong in the code, it shows error.
Okay. Can I say it's a problem?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It's a problem. Okay. Until we resolve, we cannot proceed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Until we resolve, we cannot proceed. Called error. These errors can be at compile time or runtime. Then one more word is called exception. What is that?
Exception. Yeah.
It's also a problem.
Try catch.
Okay. Try catch is not an exception. Try catch is a mechanism to handle the exception.
Yes, sir.
Exception is also a problem or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Error is a problem. Exception is also a problem. Okay. But what is the difference between the error and exception in the sense? If my program contains an error, until we resolve, we cannot proceed. But if my program contains an exception, by managing it, we can proceed. By managing
Yes,
it,
sir.
okay, we can proceed. What is the major difference between the exception and error? By managing it. By managing in the sense, by handling. Managing means handling. How to
Handling.
handle? By using try and catch blocks. That's a different story. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The problem with the error and exception? Okay. Exception will occur at compile time, at the same time runtime also. If it is happening at compile time, it's called compile time exception. If it's happening at runtime, you are calling the runtime exception. Another name for the compile time exception is called checked exception. What is this? Checked
Check
Checked
exception.
exception.
checked exception. Okay. Runtime error is called unchecked exception, meaning which is not checked at a compile time. Unchecked exception. Compile time exception is called checked exception. Runtime exception is called unchecked exception.
Checked exception.
Are you following? Unchecked.
Yes,
Sir.
Okay. Whenever you are feeling like the negative cases, then the exception will come into the picture. Okay. Next. The next one is, look at, try to understand this. Okay, this if the program contains an error, if program is having error,
error.
continuously it will show the error message. Continuously shows error message. Okay,
Yes, sir.
it will show the error message. But coming to the exception, sometimes it will not show, sometimes it will show, but not always. Is that clear now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Not it will show the exception always. Show the exception always. Try to understand. To make the differences. You're understanding the error and exception?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, coming to the Java, exception is a class. What is that?
Exception is a
Okay.
class.
is a class. Exception class in Java. Observe this. Okay, what is the exception? It's a class. It is supermost class in Java. Am I clear now? Okay, for the exception I'm talking about. What is okay? Exception superclass is what?
Throwable.
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 Throwable superclass is what?
Object.
Object.
What is this throwable? Can I say throwable is a class?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Throwable is a class or not?
Yes, sir.
What is this? What is this? Read it.
Direct known
Direct known
subclasses.
subclasses.
Now tell me, throwable subclass. How many subclasses throwable is having?
Error exception.
Um,
Exception.
you understood the hierarchy now?
Yes, sir.
What is the error in Java? Error is also
Class.
Class.
okay. Error is the error throw superclass for error is what?
Throwable.
Throwable.
Throwable superclass is what?
Object.
Object. Try to understand that. The hierarchy will be like this. What is supermost class in Java?
Object.
Object. O capital. Come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
Next. It's having one more. It's having one subclass called throwable. Not only one subclass.
Throwable.
Throwable. Throwable subclass is what? Error. One
Error.
exception.
Exception.
Understood now? One more subclass called
Yes,
exception.
sir.
Now this exception. Okay, exception is the supermost class for all the exceptions. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Exception is supermost class for all the exceptions. But object is supermost class for all the exceptions in Java. Are you following the differences here?
Yes, sir.
Try to understand this. Supermost class in Java. Yes or no? Super class for all the exceptions. Is it clear now? Differences?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now go to the exception class again. Go to the exception class again. Look at this now. What is this?
Direct known subclasses.
See here. How many subclasses? One or two?
Many, many of them.
Many of them. Not only this. Lot of things are there. Different classes. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Lot of packages. Lot of things will be there. Different packages. Please try to understand it. Okay. Different. These are only direct subclasses. So direct known subclasses. In the direct known subclasses, you can observe that one exception is called runtime exception. Are you able to see anywhere in the runtime exception?
Yes, sir.
What is this? Runtime exception.
The class.
What is superclass for? What is the supermost class for the runtime exception?
Exception.
Exception. Yes or no? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All our subclass are which exception? Runtime exception. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
There is an exception. It's called arithmetic exception. What is superclass for arithmetic exception?
Runtime.
Runtime.
Superclass for that?
Exception.
Exception.
Exception. Superclass for that?
Throwable.
Throwable.
Hey, why I'm showing this in the set? Okay, you should learn the concept in this way only, not theoretically. Am I writing any theoretical statement? Am I explaining any theoretical statement to you?
No, sir.
No.
In the program, we should okay. We should every concept we should learn like this. Okay, please try to understand that. Okay, take
Okay, sir.
exception now. Come to this place. There is one more exception for class class exception. What is the exception?
Class.
Class.
What kind of exception it is?
Runtime.
The superclass.
Exception.
Exception.
What I'm my conclusion is each and every class, each and every exception class, either directly or indirectly, is inheriting from which class?
Object.
Exception.
Exception class. Okay, object is compulsory.
Sure.
It's different hierarchy. I'm talking about exception class directly or indirectly inheriting from which class?
Exception.
Exception.
Exception class. There is one more exception called illegal. Okay. Want to- what is the exception?
Null point exception.
Pointer.
Because now it is a class of exception class or not. It's inheriting from directly or indirectly. Okay, what I'm trying to say is all exception classes come from here. All exception class is coming from here. Exception class or not?
Yes, sir.
Come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
Next. Then I told you there are two kinds of exception. What are two kinds of exception?
Checked and unchecked exceptions.
Checked exception and unchecked exception. Compile time and runtime. Okay. There is a just now we have seen one class called runtime exception. Okay. What are the classes which are inheriting from runtime exception? Those are called runtime exceptions. The classes which are inheriting from directly from runtime exceptions class is called runtime exceptions. Other than that, okay, if you go for CMK exception, is it inheriting from runtime exception or is it inheriting from exception?
Exception.
Exception. It is called compile time exception. Okay, there is one exception is called control of IO exception. Or what is the exception is called IO exception. IO exception is inheriting from runtime exception directly or inheriting from exception?
Exception.
Exception. It is called compile time exception. IO exceptions are compile time exceptions. You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is exception called SQL exception. SQL exception is coming from runtime exception or exception directly?
Exception.
Exception. These are called compile time exceptions. Is it clear now? Okay, now look at now. Okay, here IO exception. Tell me, IO exception is a compile time exception or runtime exception?
Compile time.
Compile time exception. SQL exceptions. It's coming in compile time exception or runtime exception? Compile time exception because there
Compile time.
is from exception class. Compile time exceptions. Now there is one more subclass exception that's called runtime exception.
Runtime exception.
Okay, and some classes are inheriting to runtime exception. That's like arithmetic exception, array index out of bounds exception. Okay, number format exception, class cast exception, null pointer
Null pointer.
exception. With me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. If anyone is having any questions, you can ask me now.
No, sir.
Yeah. Look at now. Exception demo. Please try to understand this. Name. Okay. Int x, comma y, comma sum, comma quotient, comma product. Okay, I want to use in the static method. Can I use x equal to? I'm creating one scanner class. Scanner equal to new scanner system dot in. Yes or no? Enter two values. X equal to scanner dot next int. Tell me why it is showing the error. Why it is showing the error? Fast. You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
Why it is showing the error? X is non-static variable or static variable?
Non-static.
Non-static. Main is a static method or non-static method?
Static method.
Static.
Method. Already I told you, non-static variable we cannot use in the static method directly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that declare these variables under static. Better. Now can I use any error now?
Yes, sir.
Pass guys.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Understood why I am declaring the static?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sum equal to x plus y. Standard out println. Sum equal to plus sum. Oh, here it is sub. Sum. Okay. Next question equal to x by y. So every time I'm taking the same example, your intention is not on okay addition, subtraction, multiplication. You try to understand the concept. That is my intention. A good example to understand the concept. You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm taking the quotient. Okay, I'm taking the product. Okay, product equal to product. Right? Will it work? Right click, run as job application. Enter two values. I entered 50. I entered 6. It's working or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's working perfect. Now right click. Run as 50-60. Now, 45 and 3. It's working or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. I'm entering 8. Okay, 5 and 2. It's working or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm entering 8 and 0. Is it working?
No, sir.
Read it. Exception came. What is the exception?
Other
Arithmetic exception.
Arithmetic exception. From which package? Which package?
Java.line.
Java.line.
Why that arithmetic exception is coming? What is the reason?
Divide by 0.
Divide by 0. We cannot divide any number with 0. Division by 0 is not possible in programming language. That is called
Yes, sir.
arithmetic exception. You understand now? But here, try to understand this. Is it showing any error?
No.
No.
No, sir.
Okay, it's not showing any error. When I enter 50,
Runtime exception.
when I enter 50 and 6, when I enter 50 and 6, my program is working properly or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
When I enter 45 and 3, my program is worked properly or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When I enter the 5 and 2, my program worked properly or not?
Yes, sir.
When I enter 8 and 0, then only there is a problem. Yes or no? Means
Yes, sir.
my program is working sometimes properly, my program is not working sometime another properly. This is called exception. This one is called runtime exception. What kind of exception?
Runtime exception.
Runtime exception. Now tell me, whose mistake this? Is it a programmer mistake or it's a user mistake? Whose mistake it is?
Sir. Programmer mistake.
Sure. A program is working for some time values, right? It's a user mistake or programmer mistake? Fast guys.
Programmer.
Actually, it is a user mistake, not programmer mistake. But it's a programmer responsibility. He need to handle that one also. Yes or no? Programmer is,
Yes, sir.
entering the values, right? 0. He intentionally is entering the second value 0. My program is working when the user is not entering the second value 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes, sir.
thing you need to take care. Keep in mind this. Because now when I enter the second symbol is 0, then only there's a problem. It's a user mistake actually. But the programmer need to handle that. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, whenever exception comes here, okay, what I'm trying to say is user mistake in the sense, even if it's a user mistake, user will not accept. We need to give the proper message to him. Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
next problem is here. Whenever exception comes, there are two problems, ma. First problem is from the point of exception, control is coming out of the method. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
From the point of exception, the control is coming out of the method because division by 0 is not possible, but product multiplication by 0 is possible, na?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
No, division by 0 is not possible, but multiplication with 0 is possible. But is it displaying the multiplication with 0?
No.
No, sir. It's not.
Come on, guys.
Not display.
No, it's not
It's
displaying.
not display.
No, sir.
Not executing at all. Look at now,
Yes,
it's
sir.
at 19th line to jumping directly from outside the method. So line numbers, yeah. From the 19th line, it's coming out of the method. Yes or no?
Yes,
What
sir.
is the
Yes,
first
sir.
problem?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is the first problem in the exception? First problem, tell me. From the point of exception, from the point of exception, okay, from the point of exception, control coming out of the pass case method. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Control coming out of the method. That's the first problem. The second problem is it displaying user-friendly message or is it displaying system-generated message?
System
User friendly.
generated.
System
System generated.
message. If you display this message to the users, okay, will they understand?
No.
No, they will not understand. We need to give the proper message to him. We need to give proper message to him. What we should give? Second number should not be 0. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Number should not be 0 or denominator cannot be 0. Please try to enter the second number may not be 0. That message we should give. Okay. Second problem is what? Displaying displaying system generated message. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Generated message. This is a problem is occurring. Okay, these two are the problem, major problems. To overcome this, to achieve these two problems, try to understand this. To achieve these two problems, we are going to use the keywords called try and catch.
Catch.
Try and catch. Now,
Catch.
which one you are feeling like a critical code? Can I say this is a critical code?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Come on, guys, it's a critical code. The critical
Yes, sir.
code you need to place into the try block. Please try to understand the exception. Without exception handling concept, we will not write single statement in the future. It's a try. It's a try block. Immediately, try block is having some catch block, which is called arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception A. That's it. Is it clear now? Try block and catch block.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now, I'm
sir.
repeating once again. Okay, whichever you are feeling like the critical code, this critical code we are placing into the try block. And once the try block is having some exception, the catch block will execute. Here I want to display my user-friendly message. Okay, here I'm going to write second number not be 0. Some message I'm writing. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm writing. Now, try block, catch block. Okay, try block will execute always. Try
Okay.
block will execute always, no doubt in that, like a normal flow. But catch block will execute when the try block is having the exception. Otherwise, catch block will not execute.
Okay, sir.
Am I clear now? Right click.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Look at now 3. I'm entering 4. 3 and 1. Catch block executed?
no.
No, because
No, sir.
because
No.
of exception. Okay,
There's no exception here.
I'm entering 6 and 0. Now tell me, catch block is executed?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
block is
Yes, sir.
Is it user-friendly message or system-generated message?
User friendly.
User-friendly message.
User friendly.
Then user will understand this message. Product equal to 0. Look at now. Product equal to 0 is also coming executing.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
What I'm trying to say is,
Yes, sir. It's executing.
if you are able to handle the exception, we can display some user-friendly messages. Plus, the rest of the code is also will execute. Rest of the code is also will execute. Any question?
Execute. No, sir.
I'm done. This is about exception handling concept. Next case, right click, run as Java application. I'm entering 5. Then I'm entering say hi. What I'm entering?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. But
Hi.
what the program is expecting?
Any arithmetic number.
Integer
Any
number.
number.
Integer numbers.
Yeah.
One more exception.
An integer. Yes, sir.
What is the exception? Read it.
Input mismatch.
Input mismatch exception. Which package?
Exception.
Which package?
Java.util.
Java.util.
Exception can be there in any package, not only one package. Java.util package. Hey, why I'm showing these all things intentionally in the sense, in your interviews, they will ask you only this kind of questions. In this situation, what kind of exception will come? In this situation, what kind of exception will come? Maximum, I'll try to show maximum exceptions because you are going to enter into the market by keeping the experience. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
they will ask this kind of question, not the programming. What is the polymorphism? What is abstract? They will not ask these things. They will ask only this kind of questions.
Yes, sir.
Okay, when the input mismatch exception will come, when null pointer exception will come, when class cast exception will come, they will ask the such questions.
Okay, sir.
Okay, maximum try to show as many as exceptions. Whenever I show the exceptions, please try to understand. Please try to make a note on this. Okay, next.
Okay, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
now which one is a critical code? Can I say this is a critical code now? Okay, so that I'm starting. Okay, we can write one more try catch block also if you want. You can write n number of try catch blocks in the single class, single method. That's up to you. But I'm focusing on only one single try block. I'm placing this is also critical code try block. Am I clear now?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this entire thing is not critical code I'm talking about. Okay, now we are having the catch block. We're having catch block.
Catch block.
Now look at now 6 and 3. Catch block is executed.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Hey, Murali.
No, sir. No, sir. Sorry.
No. Right? When I enter the 6 and 0,
Yeah.
catch block is executed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. When I enter the 6, 7 and high, look at now. Is any catch block is executed?
No, sir.
No. No.
Because it's a different exception.
Excellent. Excellent. Look at now. This we are having catch block. We are calling it's called handler. What is this? Handler.
Handler.
It can handle only arithmetic exceptions. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It can handle only arithmetic exception. But what kind of exception we are getting now?
Input mismatch.
Input mismatch exception. Okay, but arithmetic exception handler cannot handle input mismatch exception. Keep in mind this. So no. Then we need to write the specific handler again.
Yes, sir.
We can write multiple catch blocks. That's up to you. Input mismatch exception. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Look at now values. I can say inputs must be numbers. Otherwise, no. Is that clear now? Right click, run as Java application. Okay. So enter 5. How many catch blocks? Try block is having how many catch blocks now?
2.
2.
2 catch blocks. Okay. If I enter 5 and 2, do you think that any catch block is executed?
No, sir.
No, because we don't have any exceptions. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If I enter 5 and 0, now which catch block will execute now?
First one.
First one. Okay. If you enter the 5 and some high, 5 and some texture,
Second one.
second one. You guys
Second one.
Input should be correct.
Yes, sir.
okay, this product equal to 0 is coming because of, okay, by default x and y values are zeros. Yeah. Any questions?
No, sir.
Input, instead of writing 2 catch blocks, I want to write only 1 catch block. Will it work? Think and tell me. Will it work or not? What is the exception type? What is this now?
Yeah, only one exception will be work. If this kind of exception came, only will work.
No. Arithmetic exception. Will it handle arithmetic exception?
Yes, sir. It will handle arithmetic exception.
Will it handle input mismatch exception?
No,
Why?
because there is no exception written
But
for
how
that.
it will handle arithmetic exception then? It is not arithmetic exception catch block. Hey, are you following? What is this catch block?
Exception IM.
Exception.
It can handle any kind of exception, ma. Same concept.
Yes, sir.
Payment. Payment. You remember our payment class?
Yes, sir.
Payment can point to credit card object,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
debit card object,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
cash, check.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Monomer is the concept. Same way. Exception is supermost class. Will it handle arithmetic exception? Yes. Array index out of bounds exception?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Number format exception? Yes. Null point
Yes, sir.
exception? Yes. It can handle any kind of
Yes.
superclass. Polymorphism concept. Superclass reference. What is the meaning of this? It's a reference or not?
Yes, sir.
It's a
Yes, sir.
reference. It can point to arithmetic exception. It can point to number format exception. It can point to input mismatch exception. It can point to any exception. We are calling it
Okay, sir.
generic exceptions. What is this? Generic
Generic.
handler. Look at now. We'll try. What exception you are expecting?
Arithmetic exception.
Handled or not?
Yes, sir.
Handled. Okay. I'm entering 5 and high. Handled or not?
Type mismatch. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Be handled.
Yes, sir.
And you want to see the message. In this case, e dot exception internally contained some methods. Get message. You want to see the message. Get message. What kind of message you are getting? Different things, different ways we can play. What is the message? Why it's coming? Division by 0.
0.
Zero.
Okay. Some t. Why it is coming? Because of null value. It's not reading.
Yes, sir.
It's called generic handler. Same concept. That's what I explained to you. Payment to credit card. Superclass can reference. Already you know. Exception is supermost class for all the class or not. Already told you that one also.
Yes,
Exception is
sir.
supermost class for all the exception classes. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's what can handle. But the recommended approach is don't write a generic blocks. Better go for specific handler. These are called specific handler. Okay. Still, if you want to write, you can write generic handler also, but it must be at the last block. That's up to you. But recommended approach is what? Specific, not for generic. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you're having any questions, you can ask now. Okay, if you're having arithmetic exception, only first catch block. If it is having input mismatch, second catch block. If it is number format exception, which catch block now?
E. Okay.
If it is null pointer exception, which catch block?
E.
E. Other than arithmetic input mismatch, if any exception comes, safer side, I'm writing this generic handler. What I'm calling it's called? Generic.
Generic.
Handle any kind of exception. If you're having any questions, you can ask me now.
No, sir.
Yes, sir, with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me. Okay, how to handle the exception? How to handle the exception?
Exception handlers.
Raising.
By using what?
Try catch blocks.
Try and catch. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What code you will place into the try block?
Which should be executed.
We are feeling like it's a critical code. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What code you are writing into the catch block?
To handle the kind of exception it will come.
It's so simple. Once exception comes, what are the action you want to take? That action we are writing in the catch block. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose once a simple one, you are playing the cricket. Okay, you are placing the different kinds of fielders. Yes or no? What that fielder will do?
Yes, sir.
Once ball bounce. Okay, what he should do? That action he should take care, right?
Yes, sir.
What you are writing in the catch block? In the catch block, we are writing. Okay, once exception.
Required action.
What once exception comes, what are the action we are going to take? What are the action we are going to take? Now, next question. For try block, how many catch blocks we can write?
Many number.
Many number. Only one or more than one?
More than
More than one. That's up to you.
More than one.
Okay. If you write more than one at a time, how many catch blocks are executing at a time?
one.
One.
Only one catch block will execute. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me how to handle the exception by using try and catch.
Catch.
Okay. Another approach. Another one is simple example. Try catch in the sense you are handling the exception. If you don't want to handle
Throw.
the exception, then you have to use throws. Not throws. Throws means informing to the caller. Informing to the caller means okay method. Okay, suppose if exception occurs, if exception is with me,
Yes, sir.
if exception occurs in a method, generally we will handle. Yes or no? Generally we will handle. Yes or no? We will handle in the same method. You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
Anybody having any questions? If exception occurs in a method, generally we will handle in the same in the same method. Yes or no? Okay. If not, need to use what? Need to use throws keyword. You guys are with me?
Yes, sir.
Throws keyword to inform to the caller. To the caller. Okay. This I'll explain to you when we discuss about in advanced programming. Throws keyword. Tell me, how many ways we can handle the exception now? One way or two?
Two ways.
Two ways. First one is
Try and catch.
try and catch. Second one is
Throws.
throws. If anyone is having any questions, you can ask me now.
No, sir.
I'm done. Okay. In the next class, I'm stopping here. In the next class, I'm going to explain to you collections. That's called. Hey, the
Collection.
handling, whatever we discussed, the concept, it's not completed. I'm going to use these all things in the again advanced concept. Again, I'll ask the questions. They'll use more clarity. Data structure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Collections or data structure I'm going to use. Is that clear now?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. Collection in the sense, already I told you. Variable means how many values we are storing?
Only one value.
Only one value. Array,
Multiple.
More than one value.
object,
Greater than one. Many of them.
many of them. Then what is the difference between array and object?
Array we store on the same number of same type.
Excellent, excellent. I already told you. Yes, excellent. Object means different types of values.
Different type.
Suppose if you take the employee object, employee number is integer, employee name is string, employee salary is double. Variable means to store only one value. Array means to store multiple values but of similar type. Object means to store multiple objects, multiple values with different type. Collection means to store more than one objects. Am I clear now? To store group of objects. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Group of objects. It can be similar type, it's up to you, or different type. Different type. That's up to you. That's about collection. Clear, right? Java is providing one collection framework for us. Okay, meaning now onwards everything is predefined. I will use only predefined things only. Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But okay, I'm stopping here. Please try to understand, guys. What are the topics we discussed? Please go through that. At least
Okay,
what is what. Okay, what is the purpose of static variable? What is the purpose of static method? What is the purpose of static blocks? What is the purpose of final variable? What is the purpose of final methods, final classes? What is an abstract class? What is an interface? What is the polymorphism concept? What is the exception handling? What is the try catch block? What is throws keyword? At least try to understand whatever we discussed. Yes or no? Again, these all things I will again. We will use in the future in the advance, but I will not explain again.
Okay, sir.
Please try to understand that. And the next one, did you install Oracle software?
No, sir.
But how you are practicing queries? I told you the best site, W3 schools. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the and type the queries. Okay. Otherwise, I'm going to share. You all are using Windows only, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm going to share one Oracle software. Let's check one. I'm going to share this Oracle software. Are you able to see Oracle software here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just extract it. Once you extract, you will get one disk one folder. If you open this, are you able to set up?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just run this setup. When you run this setup, just say next, 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 next. Okay. Once you say next, 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 somewhere it will ask the password. Are you following now?
Yes, sir.
Somewhere it will ask the password. Give the proper password and remember the password. If you forget about the password, you cannot work.
Yes, sir.
You know. Generally, I will use the password is called manager. If you also give the same thing, it's better.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Password. Okay. By default, username is okay. You don't need to enter. By default, username is called system. What is username?
System.
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 System. By default, username is system. The password you should enter. Try to enter manager. Generally, I will give the manager only. Okay. Now, if you see here, what is this Oracle? After Oracle, what is the next word letter?
X.
XE.
XE. XP in the sense Express Edition. Oracle will consider multiple distributions. Express Edition, okay, Standard Edition, Enterprise Edition. We are going to use the normal things that's called Express Edition. Because of that reason, okay, by default username is system. If you are using Enterprise Edition, we can enter our username password also. It's up to you. It's like a little bit advanced. Are you following now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Open
sir.
simple. Okay, simple. We can download and we can use this for practice purpose. Now, tell me, once you install, what you are going to enter, password or username?
Password.
Password.
And what about username?
Default.
This is Express Edition.
Default. Default is system. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
These two things. Now, start. Just type here SQL. Are you able to see run SQL command line?
Yes, sir.
Just click on this. Are you able to see window?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
SQL prompt. Come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
Just type here connection or con. Hey, please make a note on this all things.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This system is the name slash manager is a password. Am I clear now?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
This is one
Yes,
way.
sir.
Semicolon enter key. Are you able to see connected now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Otherwise, I'm going for exit. I'm showing another way also. Please make a note on this. Run. Okay, I'm saying the connector. Con. Enter. Is it asking username?
Yes, sir.
System. Enter. Is it asking password?
Yes, sir.
I'm entering the password. Are you able to see?
No.
No, it's difficult a little bit, but it's connected now. Are you following, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Two ways. Whatever you like, you can go with this. But most of the time, I like first one only. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It's
sir.
not that much confidential, right? That's what I'm using the first one because I can know that okay, whether I enter the correct password or not. Hey, why I'm saying this all thing in the sense, most of the people will get confused here itself. It's connected or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to create a table. Can you help me? Create table. First,
Table name.
customer. Okay, I want to see that whether customer table is there or not in my table. Do we have any customer table?
No,
No.
there is no table.
Create. Okay, create table
Table
customer.
customer.
Uh, Customer number. Okay, which is of type? Which is of type? Number of 5. What is the of 5? 5 digits it will take.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, no. Each and every table should contain some primary key column. You know what is the primary key column?
Yes, sir. Uniquely defines the.
It defines. Okay, just write here primary key. That's what I'm asking you guys. Please try to practice these all things. Primary key. Customer name. It's a varchar. Okay, it's a 12. You getting me? Fast guys. Address.
Address.
Varchar.
Varchar 12.
Table creator not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Select star from customer. Please practice these things, guys. No rows.
Yes, sir.
Going to insert. Insert into customer.
Customer.
I'll use 1 comma. Customer name. Ajay. Address. I'm going to write Hyderabad. String must be enclosed in single quotes.
Yes, sir.
Row is created. Select star from customer. Now data is there. I want to update. Update. Customer set. These all things are available in W3 schools. You guys with me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Just practice that. Just practice that. I'm requesting again CRUD operations with primary key and joins. Primary key, foreign key, and joins. Yes or no? Please
Yes,
practice.
sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Okay, if you practice this, our next concept. Tomorrow itself, I'm going to start JDBC. It will be easy for you. Otherwise, it will become difficult to you.
Okay, sir.
You guys with me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And one more thing is, tomorrow Sunday only, right? For you, at morning, at what time you will wake up?
It
9 o'clock.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir. No problem, sir. We can
Because
take whenever you want to take.
I should complete early, guys. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll do one thing. We'll take your Sunday morning. We will not take your Sunday evening. We'll skip that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Then you can plan other outside also. No problem for that. Okay, we are having class.
Okay, sir.
You are 9 o'clock. You are 9 o'clock in the sense our 6:30, right? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
or 6:30 p.m. We are having the class.
Okay, sir.
Or if you want 7 o'clock, no problem. 6:30 we'll plan. Anyone is having any concern because it's an important concept.
No, sir.
Raghu,
No, sir.
No problem, sir.
Ajay, yeah, thank you guys. We'll meet at 6:30. We'll have 2 hours.
Sir,
Okay.
sir,
Uh,
sir, the videos are not shared, sir. You said you shared, but we can't see the videos.
hey, you will get one email. Just open your Gmail. In the Gmail, you will get some links. Check. Open your email.
Yes, sir. I opened it.
You will get from the Kiran V. You will get some mail. Check in spam also. Trash.
Can we? No, sir.
Noah.
Uh,
Your email ID.
so even I haven't received, sir.
Your email ID is this only, right? Can you check this email ID?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your email ID is only right. This one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 minute. Ajay, can you share your screen? Ajay,
Yes, sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
you get one download link. Can you share your link?
Yes, sir.
Download and share your screen. Are you sharing?
Yes, sir.
Open your Gmail.
Yes, sir. I opened, sir.
No, no, open that. You're not opening.
Yes, sir. You got it, sir?
Yesterday morning we sent, right? You didn't get any mail. Huh?
No, sir. We didn't got any mail.
And go to the trash spam.
Even I haven't received, sir.
1 minute. I'll check.
Um,
But Raghu received, I guess. But Raghu received.
Agu, you did you receive?
Yeah, but those are not playing, sir.
Those are not playing.
I, go- no, I got 3 mail.
3 mails I sent. Yes.
Yeah, but those are not playing.
What it's showing?
Constructor and static
No, when you are playing,
overloading.
what it's showing?
Yeah, it like yes. The video is unavailable. Tap to retry.
You should log in. You should log in with Gmail. Did you log in?
Yeah, I'm checking in the login.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Can you share the screen? Raghu, can you
Yeah,
share?
let me check. Yes, sir. Yes.
Ajay, I'll check your email address once again. 1 minute.
okay, sir.
Can you tell me your email ID once again, Ajay?
Amand, AMAND.
AMAND.
Ajay Kumar.
Correct only, right? AMAND Ajay Kumar. Murali, yours?
Uh,
Murali.it40.
40 @gmail.com, sir.
I share the same thing. Raghu, are you sharing your screen?
Yes, sir.
Fast, fast.
Yeah. Just give me a minute.
Show me mail. It came in trash, huh? No, right?
No, no. I received. I'm checking in phone, sir. I can see in my mobile, but I can't see in the laptop. Gmail.
No, no. Go to the inbox. You didn't get, nah?
No, I can see in my from my mobile, but I can't see in this.
How? How that is possible? You can see
Yeah.
anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, whenever you get the mails, right? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You get the mails, right? Just click on this. If it's not playing, right side you can see that add account. You should log in with a Gmail account. Keep in mind this.
Okay.
You should log in with a Gmail account. See, I'll show my screen, but yeah, I'm not getting my Gmail. Okay. Once you try to play this, at right hand side, on top right hand side, you can see one icon, right? A round symbol icon.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right side, I can just click on that. Okay, log in with the Gmail, guys. You will get no doubt in that. Okay. I'll share once again. I'll check your email IDs and I'll share once again, Ajay. Babu. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, sir. Sir, tomorrow 6:30 p.m. IST?
No, 6:30 p.m. IST in the sense it's today for me. That for you it's morning.
No, sir. Say Indian timing, sir, because we are in different timings here.
Indian timing 6:30.
Yeah, I
Okay,
got
sir.
those videos, sir.
What Raghu?
I got those videos.
Can you present me now? Okay. Can you present first? Where are those videos? It's coming, na?
Yeah,
Only thing is in your Gmail. I hope you might have not logged in with your account in your mobile.
yeah,
Is that
maybe,
okay?
sir. Yeah,
Guys, you would also receive this one. Otherwise I'll check. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You all are from EST only, right? Anyone is from different?
Yes, sir. Yes,
I'm
sir. We
from
are from
CST, sir.
EST.
Who is from CST? Ajay, yeah?
Ajay. Yes, sir.
Ajay, my timing is okay for you then?
No problem, sir.
Okay then. Thank you. 6:30 a.m. 6:30 p.m. IST. Bye bye.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.